Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag. I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it. I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick. She don't know that I can pace it. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you. Now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check. Trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain.
Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, Jake Elliott is a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Mayfield's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And it's
they're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bruce throwing middle, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Bruce. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike, 55.
Operating from the gun. Bruce. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Joe Schobert.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
They're on 25-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Bruce steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jaguars, nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bruce. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Browns.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield rolling to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Operating from the gun. Bruce out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Good.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. It might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Returnable for Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got Lockett. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
A run for Nick Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up
Chubb.
At the 9-yard line.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. On the return, Phillips. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Bruce. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bruce. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw on 2nd down, Bruce. A pass underneath for Fournette, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. On the return, Phillips. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
The stop made
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bruce. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and 9.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, Bruce. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
29-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw on second down, Bruce. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw on third down, Bruce. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 44, Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 33 yards that time.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
The ball carrier.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Ready? 51 the mic, boy, 51. Nice, sweetheart.
Operating from the gun. Bruce. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Oh, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Six guys, check 6 guys. King. Check 49, check 49, check 49.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's got this down to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there